What's up everyone, my name is MrJordilicious and today we're gonna do something slightly different. I wanted to try out some new types of content, so here we are doing it. Today's video is gonna be all about spandex. That's right, no more quick stream tip videos, we are a fashion channel now. Okay, obviously I'm just kidding, but we are gonna talk about fashion. As you probably all know, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Spider-fan-man? As you probably all know, I absolutely love Spider-Man. I even did an entire stream once in my Spider-Man suit. If you want to see that, you can catch the video up on my VOD channel. So for today, I thought I'd rank all the suits that are available in the Marvel Spider-Man game on PS4 and PS5. Now, like I said, I've never done a video like this before, so please let me know in the comments what you think of it. And of course, if you want to support the channel, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you know exactly when the new video goes live. Now, since we have a total of 45 suits in the game, I'm going to split this up in two parts. The first part, we're going to cover 23 of the suits, and then the second part, we're going to cover the last 22 of the suits. So seeing as 23 is still a lot to talk about, let's jump right into the video. Alright, so let's dive into the tier list. Now, these are all the suits that are available in the game on PS4 and PS5 up until the 1.19 update. Now, I won't rank these in any particular order, I just go over them in semi-alphabetical order because that is how the images were uploaded to the system. So, without further ado, let's go to our first suit. So, the first suit that we have is the Aaron Aikman suit. And this suit was originally featured in the Edge of Spider-Verse comic series, and I have to say, it's kind of like one of those armor type suits, and I'm not a massive fan of those. Also, with this particular one, I found that the lower legs were kind of awkward to look at, especially the knees kind of make it look as if they are backwards. I don't know if it's just me, but maybe you guys see that as well. So yeah, this suit I'm definitely not a big fan. I'm gonna drop it into the hot garbage tier for now. Okay, so we started with some hot garbage, but the next one is definitely a winner. We got the advanced suit, which is actually designed specifically for this game. I think the designers did an amazing job at it as well. The suit has a pretty classic design, but with the giant spider, it just makes it stand out from the rest of the normal Spider-Man suits. So definitely, this one goes to the top of the tier list for me, haute couture. Next up, we have a suit that was added to the game later via DLC. This is the amazing suit based on the movies with Andrew Garfield. Now, I wasn't a huge fan of this suit when I saw it in the movies, and also in this game, I'm not overly attached to it. I do like the spider design with the longer legs, but at the same time, I feel that it doesn't really stand out from the suit, and it's not very notable. Also, I feel the brick pattern that you see on the suit is a bit too much and a little bit distracting for me. So I'm moving this one to off the rack. Next up, we have another armor type suit, and we know what I just said about those. However, I have to admit that I feel this one is actually kind of cool. I love the bright contrast between the all black metal design of the suit and the bright yellow glowing spider and eyes. So this one, while it's not amazing, it's definitely so-so. Alright, another one that was added into an update, the Arachnid Rider suit, is another armor type suit and seems to draw inspirations from some specific Japanese shows. One cool thing that I like about the suit is that it kind of alters the way that Peter looks in the game. So normally all the suits are pretty 3D and rendered pretty well, but this suit kind of uses a different type of shader and a more flat design. However, I'm not a massive fan of this particular suit, so I'm gonna move this to hot garbage. Alright, the armored advanced suit is next, and kind of as the name already suggests, it's kind of an armored version of the advanced suit that we saw earlier. It features more white elements, but apart from the bold white spider design, I feel it doesn't totally resemble the suit that it's based on. So, not a massive fan of this one in particular, so I'm moving it to off the rack. So far, we're not really off to a great start when it comes to suits, but luckily, there's more than enough amazing suits coming up. And actually, the next one is one of those. The bombastic Bagman. As you might see, you might think it was added as a joke, and you might not think that it was an actual Spider-Man suit, as it features a Fantastic Four logo on the front. And basically, you are correct. This is basically a Fantastic Four suit with a paper bag on the head. Now, in the comics, the Human Torch gives this suit to Spider-Man after he separated himself from the Venom, so he can hide his identity. Now, I low-key love this suit just because it's so ridiculous, especially with the paper bag that doesn't seem to be attached or connected to any other part of the suit. However, it never falls off, even while swinging through New York. So because of that, because it's so funny, and it kind of looks sort of cool, I'm putting it in amazing. Now, next we have two suits that are basically the same suit. It's a classic suit in both damaged and repaired variants. Now, this suit is obviously heavily inspired to the classic Spider-Man suits from the comics, and I have to say I love the design, and it's a design that I've sort of grown up with. Now, obviously, I think the repaired version does look better, so that goes to haute couture. But the damaged version also needs to get some praise because it's not just the same suit with some cuts and tears in it. They actually made some changes to it as well in the form of making it a little bit more dirty, adding some dust, especially to the legs. You can see the colors are slightly more dull. So I think because they did a good job of that, I'm gonna put that in amazing. So, next up we have the Cyborg suit. Yeah. Not really sure what to think of this. It kind of feels like a Frankenstein version of Spider-Man, where they took the metal arm from the Winter Soldier and the eye from Mad Eye Moody and the utility belt from like a random electrician that they saw walking down the street. I mean, it's pretty bad. I don't like it. So yeah, it goes to hot garbage. Now the dark suit next up is actually one that I'm a big fan of. I usually love a combination of black and red colors as long as they are done in a good way. And I feel the designers definitely did a good job on this one. The design of the pants kind of makes it feel like they are separate from the rest. However, obviously it's still part of the entire outfit. Definitely an amazing suit. All right, next up we have the electrically insulated suit. And what can I say? It looks like a very thick and heavy suit to wear. It features thicker red padding on a grey bodysuit, and the spider design is very minimalistic and sort of abstract as well. I don't really like it, but I also don't really hate it, so it is. I feel that the ESU suit isn't really a suit, but rather just a t-shirt with some jeans and a Spider-Man mask. The t-shirt features the Empire State University logo, and that's basically the only characteristic to it. Definitely off the rack. Now, normally I'm a big fan of neon and vaporwave color schemes, but this suit doesn't really hit a note for me. The Fear itself suit comes with some weird gauntlets that I also don't really feel are part of the rest of the suit. It doesn't really match. So this one, I don't really have a lot to say about it. It just goes to hot garbage. Okay, we got one again that I actually do like. And the Future Foundation suit has a strikingly different color scheme than most Spider-Man suits with its black and white design. I love how the spider design crosses over in the black elements of the suit. Definitely, this one is an amazing tier for me. Now, the homemade suit is actually one that we saw first in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where Peter Parker designed it himself to cover his identity before getting a more proper fitting suit. And I think when you look at it, it definitely looks like something that someone has made themselves. It's also definitely recognizable as a Spider-Man design, but I have to say I prefer the more professionally not homemade suits a little bit better. So this one, again, off the rack. Now the next one is also another movie-based suit. It's the Into the Spider-Verse suit. This time it's from the Into the Spider-Verse movie. I really like this design, as it features the same distinct pattern that we actually saw from the movie. Now, unlike the suit that we see in the Miles Morales game on PS4 and PS5, this version doesn't actually change the frame rate at which the character moves to kind of mimic that from the movie. However, despite that little lack of detail, I still think this is an amazing suit. So let's move it to that tier. Okay, the next one, the Iron Spider suit. When you see it for the first time, you can definitely see that it's based on another Marvel superhero. Now, in the comics, this suit is made by Mr. Iron Man himself, and it's given to Peter Parker. And you can tell that Tony Stark used the same color scheme that he did for his own suit design. So he didn't really deviate from that. So Mr. Stark, if I can say so, not very original. However, it's a pretty nice suit design overall, but I actually prefer the one that is coming up next. So this one will mark it as so-so. As the one that is coming up next is the Iron Spider suit from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I have to say I prefer this design of the suit better than the one we previously saw, as the colors of this one actually matches more closely that of a classic Spider-Man suit. So this one, we'll move that to the amazing tier. Alright, next up we have the Last Stand suit, and I got a little bit of mixed feelings about this one. The leather jacket combined with the jeans always gives me a bit of a samurai or ninja kind of vibe. Either that or Peter Parker just got his motorcycle license and he wants to show off his spider cycle. Yes, that's an actual thing. This one definitely moves to so-so. Now the next one, despite its name, I'm actually moderately positive about. This is a negative suit and it's basically a photo-negative version of the advanced suit with striking black and white elements. Now while I don't love this suit, I do actually think it's not that bad. Once again, let's move it to so-so. Alright, we got two more suits to go in this video. Moving on, we got the Noir suit. Now, the comics that this suit is featured in are based in the year 1933. And this is also why it resembles that little bit of a more old school kind of vibe. I'm not a massive fan of the pinstripe pants and boots, but the overall aesthetic, I have to say, is kind of cool. So I'm moving this one to so-so. And then the last suit that we cover in this video is the Resilient suit. I can be pretty brief about this one. The design of the suit is nice, despite it being a more armor-like suit. However, I'm not a big fan of the eyes being so narrow. It kind of looks like Spider-Man is constantly squinting against a bright sun or something like that. This one definitely goes to off the rack. And there you have it. Those are the first 23 suits of the game ranked in this video. And like I said before, we have 22 more suits to go, so be sure to check out part 2 of this video when that drops later this week. I have to say, I really had a good time trying out something new on the channel, so I really hope that you liked it as much as I did filming it. If you did, please don't forget to support the channel by leaving a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and of course ring the bell so you know exactly the minute once part 2 of this video gets posted online. Also, I'd love to know what your favorite suit out of these 23 is. So be sure to leave a comment down below with your favorite and maybe also your least favorite suit. Or if you want, you can even make your own tier list with all 45 suits on it. The link to that you can find in the description down below. And if you do, I'd love to see your ranking so I can compare them with my own to see where we differ and where we actually might agree with each other. For now though, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And as you probably know, my name is MrJordilicious. You are all extremely delicious yourself as well. Take care, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Wait, we are inside? What the hell? We are inside? Wait, is this the White House? Wait, is this the White House? I mean, we got President, what is it, Lincoln over here? Wait, is this the White House? Oh my god, I think this is the White House. I'm honestly thinking that because this is the red room. I think the White House has like these colored rooms for like, you know, various events. Yes, this is the White House.